What's up everyone? I'm here at Blue Lake Park in Portland, Oregon, and we're here to talk about my brand new Tour Series Orbit Escape. When I first made the switch to dynamic discs at the beginning of the season, I was testing a lot of different molds, a lot of different plastics, and the one that I fell in love with within a few throws was the Fuzion Escape. The 9-speed just felt really good in my hand, and I just loved the dome of the Escape. It's very neutral, not too pop-toppy, not too flat, and it just flew really well for me at Jones Park when I was testing it with Eric McCabe. So I fell in love with it, and when we were talking about a Tour Series disc, first thing I thought of was the Escape. I think it can play towards the beginner-friendly people as well as the advanced, and this Orbit plastic is amazing. As soon as I opened my box, my first box of the Orbit Escapes, I was stoked. Blue, the black, the red, and the purple. Like I said, when I first saw them, I was shocked. They came out just gorgeous. That Orbit plastic with the 2-color is amazing, and I've already had so many people get so excited about it so far. Sometimes I will grab my Orbit Escape instead of a distance driver just because of how much glide it gets, but I feel like I can control it better than I would a 12-speed in some situations. This disc has a place in anyone's bag. For a beginner, I feel like right out of the box, it's a very friendly disc. You can put it pretty flat, and like I said, this thing gets a lot of glide, so you can hit it hard. It's just gonna go super straight, very straight for the beginner. As we get into the advanced, you're gonna see more of like a Hyzer flip kind of shot. So it'll pop up flat, get tons of glide, maybe even ride right, and then it'll have a gentle, gentle fade at the end. I think for the pros, this is going to be a great woods disc. When you have those tight lines and those really tight fairways and you need to just hit something hard on a Hyzer, this thing's gonna pop up flat and it's gonna continue straight and down that fairway pretty far. Also, in those wide open shots when you need those huge, just giant Hyzer rollers, I think this is gonna be the disc for you. There's a few different shots that I'm throwing the Orbit Escape for, and one is the super straight Hyzer flip shot, and it pops up and it glides. I'd like to put this disc between 330 and 360 feet for me. Like I said, it has a ton of glide, so I love when I can get it to that 360 range. That's usually when I'm throwing my max distance drivers, so it's nice that I could maybe just disc down to this Orbit Escape and have a more comfortable grip. But a Hyzer flip disc, lots of glide. Me personally, I used it at the Portland Open for some huge Hyzer shots. Like, I put it way up in the sky on an Hyzer and it just kept drifting, kept gliding. I even had some people just be like, wow, I haven't seen a shot go that far, just because the amount of glide it had. I feel like everyone kind of struggles throwing uphill, but what I love about the Escape is it makes it 10 times easier because of how much glide it has and because of the understability. So even if you release it on a tiny bit of Hyzer uphill, the understability is gonna pop it up and it's gonna ride flat, and that glide is just gonna push it straight forward and uphill. Now let's talk about the stamp artwork. If you know me at all, I love custom stamps. I love coming up with my own artwork with other artists, and I'm a huge fan of character illustration, and this is probably one of my favorite stamps so far. It also represents where I'm at in my career and also my life right now. Breaking free of the norm, also breaking out of my comfort zone, not only as a player, but also just as a person, and I just love how it looks on this Orbit plastic. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Dynamic Discs. Obviously, this wouldn't be possible without them. Shout out to Jeremy Rusko, my team manager, Eric McCabe, everybody in the art department, and anyone who had to do anything with making this disc, because it makes my heart so happy and I couldn't be more thankful. Go get yourself a Kona Orbit Escape. Tag me in all your posts, tag Dynamic Discs. We want to know what colors you're throwing, what you're using it for, and how you're liking it. But thank you all for the amazing support. I can't believe I already have my first Tour Series disc with Dynamic Discs.